Here we have another story from the Daily Mail, and this is Labour's warning of a fight for their lives against Nigel Farage. As Rachel Reeves just seems to have got herself into a doom loop. They keep telling us that they're not going to raise taxes when they know that they've got to, and they just keep walking into the lie. I think out of all of their manifestos, promises, they've broke 11 so far. But do I think they're in a doom loop because of this? No. I think Labour are in a doom loop because they keep putting the UK citizens last. And I think we've got to a point where people have had enough of that. I think we've got to a point where the British citizen of all colours, before people go, oh, you mean the white people? No, British citizens are made up of all different colours. We've got to put them all first. And people go, oh, well, immigrants are British citizens. No, they're not. They was not born here. If you are born here, you are a British citizen. You are British. If you are coming on a visa and that, yes, you are a British citizen, I suppose, but you're not British. You have to be born here. That is fundamental. To be Chinese, you have to be born in China. But then they don't still see you as Chinese if you're a different colour. And people can say, oh, well, how do you know that? Because I know people that have actually stated this clearly. But we don't ever seem to get a government that wants to look out for the British people as a whole. And we've got these silly comments, oh, well, you're going to remove, if Reform get their way, they're going to remove second, third gen citizens. No, because they was born here. If they betrayed the country, then yes, they could lose their citizenship if they've got joint citizenship. But that's only if they went against the country by joining a terrorist organisation or trying to kill mass amount of people, let's say. But Labour at the moment doesn't seem to care about the people in the UK, the British people. They seem to be care what their party says on the great steps of Europe or the world view. And most of the world view couldn't give a crap about the UK. And people are going to say, oh, that's because of the British. No, it's because the UK couldn't give a crap about most of the world. We always get upset about the Ukraine war because it's in Europe, but we don't talk about the Congo. We can't talk about what happened in China. We can't talk about what happens in other countries, Yemen, Iran, Iraq, because, no, well, that's not on our continent. That's not in Europe. And this is the problem. As the Indian government, one of the Indian, I think it was the Prime Minister actually said, Europe's problem is always the world's problem. The world's problem is never Europe's problem. And that's the problem with the Labour government. It seems that the Europe's problem is Britain's problem, but Britain's problems are never Europe's problems. So I think we need a government. I'm not saying Reform. I'm not saying the Tories because they can range a piss up in a brewery, to be honest. But I think there needs to be something new, and I don't think Reform at the moment, unless it bucks its ideas up, will fill them shoes. I think it will betray the people when it can. But I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I hope Farage actually stands by his word this time because he's broke it so many other times. So, but it's not, to be honest, how bad Labour's doing has got nothing to do with Reform. It's actually how bad Labour are doing against the people.